Hey, today I'm talking about 3 Rose Byrne comedies from the 2010s that I've seen before. And the names of those 3 movies are Neighbors, Spy, and Bridesmaids. First up is Neighbors. This is a 2014 film starring Seth Rogen and Zac Efron, as well as featuring a ton of other actors you would recognize. The basic premise is Rose and Seth are a married couple with a new baby, and they have their house and they love everything. But the next door neighbors sell their house to a fraternity, and then hijinks ensue. And it's a fun little film. A thing that I really enjoyed about it is that in this sort of setup you would assume that the young kids are always at fault for everything, but really no, it's both sides are very mature about stuff and then also make very juvenile mistakes about things. It was definitely a very fun, silly movie that I enjoyed throughout. I didn't necessarily feel like Seth and Rose were all that much older than Zac and the other college kids, and they weren't. I feel like getting someone a little bit older or making them look a little bit more older would have helped kind of do this generational divide thing. But like, the cast is great though, so I understand wanting to keep this cast because it is a fantastic cast. And there were a ton of cameos too that I really loved. My favorite was definitely Jason Mantzoukas. I mean, I just love him in general, but like his one little scene was probably my favorite moment of the movie. It was so good. Another moment that I really loved was Rose is still breastfeeding and she consumed alcohol, and so her breast milk is bad, so they can't give it to the baby, but she needs to get this stuff out. They break the pump machine, so they have to hand milk her. And it is so ridiculous and absurd, but it works. It's fun. It's the right type of absurd for me. It's just an enjoyable movie with good characters, a fun story. I will say it did feel like they solved the issue several times in the film. They like stopped the conflict and then had to reignite the conflict, and that kind of made it feel like it overstayed its welcome, even though it's not really a long movie, but because they started and stopped it, it made it feel long. That being said though, it didn't really bring it down a whole lot. I still enjoyed this movie a good solid amount and would totally recommend it. If you want a silly fun movie with a good story and a great cast, this will definitely scratch the itch for you. So yeah, no, enjoyed a good solid amount and would definitely recommend. Next up is Spy. This is a 2015 film starring Melissa McCarthy, and the basic premise is Melissa works for the CIA as the computer person, so she's assisting the big time spies, the first one being played by Jude Law. But then he seemingly dies, so now she has to go into the field, and that's bad news bears because, I mean, just look at her. There's no way she could be a good spy, but she is. She's very confident. She just got in her own head about everything. I definitely liked the movie. Like, the first scene is great. It's so fun. It really sets up the tone for the whole movie. It does do like classic spy movie tropes, but then it does a nice twist on them. The thing that really brought it down for me is the sheer amount of jokes at her appearance. I get it. She's larger. You don't expect someone like her to be good at spy stuff, but like, they're just so unrelenting. Like Rose's character in this, she's so gorgeous in this, oh my god. Every single time she talks to Melissa has to say something just kind of vile, which is the character, which is the joke, but it's just a lot. I will say I did like when they did her undercover identities. One of them is she's a single crazy cat lady who has a dozen cats at her house. I found that fun because that felt more of a twist on you're not like some fancy cool businessman, you're just some kind of sad woman. That's fun. I get that joke, but just like, haha, she's fat and ugly is just, come on. But I did like the aspect that she is very competent, but she's just very in her head about everything. Plus like Jude Law kind of did some manipulation stuff because he didn't want her to outshine him, so he just like played into her insecurities. I think that's a good, interesting story for sure. I think that works really well. It's just like, come on, can we go more than 5 minutes without calling her fat? Like, geez. I will say I loved the relationship Melissa has with her best friend at the agency. Like, it's very genuine and you really feel their vibe and can understand easily how they'd be good friends. I liked the film. It was fine. I think I liked it a little bit more the first time I'd seen it. With that in mind, I would say I would recommend it. I think if you're intrigued by it, go for it. Especially if you're a fan of like fun spy films, any James Bond type of vibe. There's definitely a lot for you to latch onto and find fun and funny. Just be prepared for a lot of fat jokes. So yeah, it's a nice little film and worth a watch. And lastly is Bridesmaids. This is a 2011 film that I've wanted to like. It's been so hyped up to me. It's set in Wisconsin. I'm from Wisconsin. Everyone loves Kristen Wiig. This is just my second time seeing it, and man, it's fine, but it just doesn't hit me as much as it does other people. I know people crazy love this movie, but it's, I don't know, it's just okay to me. The basic premise is Kristen Wiig plays this woman who is going through a hard time in her life, and then her best friend gets engaged, so they have to go through all the wedding stuff, which just kind of compounds all of her issues. So it's really just her trying to figure out her life while stuff continually gets worse. It's Kristen Wiig in the lead. You got Maya Rudolph. Oh my god, so many other people. It is jam-packed. Melissa McCarthy again, Rebel Wilson, Ellie Kemper, Terry Crews, Chris O'Dowd, and more people you would recognize. Like, it's a stacked cast. And there's definitely parts of it that I liked. When it's being more reserved, when it's not being absurd and super out there. Like, the scene that I hated was they're trying on bridesmaids dresses and they all get food poisoning and shit and throw up everywhere. It's just too much. I was not a fan of that. But like, it definitely had good moments. Like, I definitely felt the chemistry between Kristen Wiig and Maya Rudolph. They're clearly best friends. I mean, they are in real life, so like, it makes sense that would translate to film. This stuff with Chris, he plays the romantic interest for Kristen, is done really, really well. Like, the first meet cute is super adorable. Just all of their scenes together are pretty great. So yeah, I still like the film, but it's on the lower end of the liked. But like, I have so many friends who crazy love this movie, so would I recommend it? Yeah, I think there's a good chance that you will like it more than I did, which I did still like it. It was fine. It was middle of the road to me. But I know people who crazy love this movie, so like, there's a decent chance that could be you too. So yeah, it was fine, and I would recommend it. Alrighty, now for today's rankings. First up, we got Neighbor, sitting number 72 in the quite like section. And then after that is Spy, sitting at number 117 in the liked section. And then bringing up the rear is Bridesmaids, sitting at number 142, again in the like section. This is out of a total of 210 old movies so far this year.